I'm taking a walk today out to the Plaisted tomb. It's off of Mount Agamenticus, not far from Mountain Road. I've been told it's about a quarter mile into the woods. When I was a young child, my parents would bring me to Easter sunrise that was hosted by the Friendly Christian Tabernacle and the Agamenticus Baptist Church. The minister at the Agamenticus Church was Donald Weymouth, and the minister at the Tabernacle was Stanley Stevens. We would arrive at the top of the mountain at sunrise or just before sunrise, and then we would say a prayer and proceed over to this tomb. And I only remember doing it a couple of times, and being kids, there was probably 4 or 5 of us. We would run off into the woods ahead of our parents who knew how to get to the tomb. And eventually we'd hear our parents calling us through the woods, and we would cut through the woods and miraculously arrive at the tomb. During the ensuing years, I've made several attempts to come back to the tomb as sort of a pilgrimage, I guess. And I'm also fascinated because it's now 2016, and I think that the years that I came up here was probably 1967, 1968, and I'm just curious as to see how well my memory has provided me. I'm on a path that is heading in the direction of the Water District property, York Water District. I do believe that this is private property, so I want to be very respectful. I didn't see any no trespassing signs or indications that people should stay out, so I'm going to proceed. On the trail that I'm on, there's lots of indication of recreation, lots of bicycle and four-wheeler tracks. I am looking for an old cellar hole, which I should find on my left. Off in the bushes, okay. I see the cellar hole. And once I get to the cellar hole, I have been told that I can find a four-wheeler trail and proceed down that until I come to a pile of stones. Okay, so here's the old cellar hole. I have no idea of when this place was inhabited, but it certainly does look primitive. It's probably 20 feet maybe by 20 feet. And it's really pretty much just a pile of rubble, with the exception of that corner over there. Okay, so I'm back on the road, and I am looking for a path on the left. Once again, I've had no luck. I am now up at the Water District property. Which I have been told is too far. So what I'm going to do is turn around, and I'm going to just go bushwhacking. I think I'm going to head over through this way. I'm going to head right through here. And I'll just wish for the best. So far I see no indication of anything that looks like a tomb. If I remember the tomb correctly, it had a couple of doors. And I remember the Reverend Stanley Stevens, who we used to call the mountain preacher, would stand up on the roof of the tomb and he would tell us that it was not unlike the tomb of Christ. So there's some sort of a waterway down there. Lots of piles of stone around here where people at one time tried to make a go at agriculture out here. Here's a sort of a hut. Hello? I think I'm going to go in. You know, it could be a man-made den for a bear or something. Not sure what it is. Well, bushwhacking didn't provide to be successful because I arrived back at the cellar hole, which is right behind me. I think I'll head southwest a little bit and head back down to that leaf lodge. Well, I've still had no luck. But it sure is pretty out here. Really pretty stone wall. Looks like it's been around for a while. I think we'll go that way. See what looks like a hole. I think that's it right there. Take a walk over and see what we got. I guess this old stone wall pointed me in the right direction. And boy, what a lot of rocks. Wow. I do remember it as being much larger. Of course, that was much smaller. At least smaller. And I remember the mountain preacher standing right up there on the top. I remember standing right down here, wondering what this was all about. Evidently rusted off. Anything in here? Nope, nothing's in here. Looks a little bit wet. Those big granite slabs that support the roof. Wow. So, it's taken me a few years, but I'm back. Oh, look at that piece of cut stone. Must have been cut. I don't think nature gives us such flat stones here in Maine. Looks like there's some paleo artwork up on the wall. There's a figure of a person, another person. I think that it might be a female form and Maybe a male. Looks like somebody's been in here and plastered the walls in more modern times. I don't know when this dates back to. Here's a view from eternity looking out. So nobody was interned here, evidently. Here's an old beam. It seems to have just landed in the rubble of the door. You can see the old pins for the hinges. This one's gone. Here's the old hinge. Here's the old, looks like those are some ventilation holes right there so it didn't get too hot in there. Well, I'm happy to have found this place. It's not anywhere near as exciting as it was when I was a kid, or as large. It truly is an artifact of Cape Medic and the mountain area. These piles of rocks look crazy. Evidently they would plow, and as they plowed they pulled up all these rocks and they piled them up, created these kind of like islands. This is what you would call hard scrabble farming. Boy, what a lot of work this was. I have marked the location of the tomb on my phone. I've set a waypoint in a navigation application, so I shall be able to return here without the type of difficulty that I've encountered in the previous years. And now it seems as though I've come up on a path. Interesting, this path must intersect the main path that I began on. I'll flip the view around here. Okay, here's the view of the path. Actually, it looks quite civilized. You can see where somebody's been cutting logs that all across the way. There's a stump that somebody cut off. Actually, there's some horse dung right here. Get a close up for you. And here's a remnant of a stone wall. Okay, and here's the road that I came in on. Somebody told me there was a group of lilacs right here, but I don't see them. So I think all in all, that was a successful venture for me into the past. I've quelled my curiosity about the tomb, and I've managed to be able to locate it for future walks. It's actually very close to Mountain Road. It might be, it might even be only a couple hundred yards off Mountain Road. There's a house nearby. I can see the house through the woods now. And here I am now, out at Mountain Road. Hope you enjoyed it.